glad someone is pointing this out, because it's one of those things where I feel like I'm going crazy. There's just so much of this stuff. So whenever there's discussion of a genre of AI, or just AI in general, the comments are all eager to share their surefire way of detecting AI. Like, you can tell it's AI because the lines are drawn this way, or look at the hands. Hand deformities don't exist, and no one ever rushes while drawing a famously annoying or difficult thing to draw. For AI-generated videos, it's often production stuff. If it's overproduced, it couldn't possibly be one or a few people who got good at what they do. So I guess don't bother getting good at anything. It's an unchallenged form of cynicism or envy masquerading as some sort of survival guide. One of the big ones, and the inspiration for this video, is breath noises. The thing with breath noises is, I really hate breath noises. I hate it when I can barely focus on a video because for some reason the breath noises are so much louder than the speaking. I actually spend part of the time editing, finding and removing those noises. I don't like them. I don't want those noises in the video. If I were less lazy, I would probably find a way to automate it. The removal, specifically, not the scripts or performances. The scripts are generally whatever is on my mind at the moment. It's the whole reason to do them, so by definition, writing them is not something that could be satisfyingly replaced by robots. I've actually got a new mic recently that does better with sibilance and background noise, so it might be less effort in the future, but the point still stands. To hold it up as bulletproof evidence of AI means accusing someone of AI just because they take time to edit their videos. Some even go as far as to say removing ums and speaking errors is strong evidence. I don't tend to say because all my energy is focused on saying the words I actually want to say. I'm not wasting breath making all kinds of sounds that I would then need to remove later. As I do more videos, I will hopefully get better at speaking, and there will be less misspoken lines. That's called developing a skill, not becoming a robot. Also, AI insert breath noise all the time. It is nearly, if not equally, frequent and annoying as when people, on camera, pre-AI do it. You can't rule out something being AI just because it sounds like someone leaning into the mic and gasping for air every 2 seconds. Everything is taken to the extreme. Even stuff like VTubing is now considered automatically suspicious. I understand the apprehension and lack of trust in the face of this stuff flooding the internet, but the demand for authenticity is strangling art. It's part of the trend of people who claim to care so much about art, making so many demands that art is impossible. For example, it has to be at least as quality as a big budget Hollywood production, yet not so polished as to be corporate. If someone wants to express themselves in ways they physically can't IRL, that's considered inauthentic, and thus bad. We're treating art like it's some kind of exam, where every student needs to be closely monitored and their knowledge on dry, real-world technical knowledge is tested. Everything needs to be realistic or else it's an attack on truth. You are, of course, entitled to have personal preference about what you want to watch. It's just depressing seeing the stuff shared around under the guise of saving art and culture. Artists are often accused of being all in on some kind of conspiracy to ruin art. If you take artists out of art, you just have robots, which they also hate, so that makes that motive suspicious. You can't demand novelty from art and culture, but then also demand art remain in stasis, a venerated relic of the past that is safeguarded from being ruined by anyone who could try to make something in the present or future.